Welcome back to Old Folks Racing PlayStation. This is late coverage from the World Prototype Sprint Championship Round 5. This is the season finale, and let's find out how it has all ended. This is going to be race 1, so the 9th race of the championship, and then in Darren Head's channel you can see the actual season finale. That's the 10th race of the season. Of course, we are with the Ferrari 333 SP. What an amazing car. And here at the Japanese circuit of Fuji, we have 10 drivers, and it is championship leader Simon Allen that is on pole position, followed by Diogo Almeida. Good to see him back in All Fox Racing PlayStation. Look at row 2, same livery, the red livery, Scott Davley in 3rd and Liam Charnley in 4th. 5th is Gonçalo Mota, 6th is Darren Head, 7th is Diogo Silva, the yellow car, only 7th, and he needs a better result if he is to challenge for the championship, followed by Jorge Jesus. Again, not usual to see Jorge so far down the field. And then the last row, it's Kev Allen and David M. Gale. Now, this is a race of 13 laps, and let's find out what happened here at Fuji as championship with the Simon Allen makes a good start in at number 11. Ferrari 333 SP, and there's a bit of pushing and shoving at the back, but everyone seems to be in one piece so far. Let's go through turn 1 as Simon Allen takes the lead of the race, and there is a driver there that goes through the grass. I believe it was, not sure who it was, but Darren Head has had a poor start. He was 6th on the grid, and now he is in 8th place. And look at this, there's a driver there, that's Diogo Almeida and Scott Devlin got together as well. So we'll get the replay of that, but let's see what happened at the start with Darren Head. This is, let's see what happened there between Scott Devlin and Diogo Almeida making a return here to All Fox Racing PlayStation. There was a driver there, I believe it was Liam Charnley that went through. Oh, and look at this, this is Darren actually at the start, hits the back of Liam. Liam just took a while to get going, and then gets a bit of a push from Darren Head, but he loses a lot of positions. Look at Diogo Silva there, had a good start there already, up into 5th place, but on the outside, oh, look at Darren Head. Oh, and this is why Liam went through the grass. Darren Head gave him a little love tap. Look at Diogo Silva already up into 5th place, had a good start, but let's see what's going to happen there between Scott Devlin and Scott Devlin connecting with Diogo Almeida. Let's have a look at what happened here as Scott was in 3rd place, trying to go make a move into turn 2 side by side. Well, it should be possible to run side by side there, but they somehow connected. And Scott is actually waiting for Diogo, I believe. Yes, he is. And now he is in 9th place. Kev Allen, by the way, is in 10th. Let's have a look at what's happening. Ooh, look at Diogo Silva up into 3rd place from 7th. That was a good move there. He was up into 5th, and then that collision between Diogo Almeida and Scott Davley really making life easier for Diogo Silva to get up to speed. And now this is between Simon Allen and Diogo Silva for the championship, with Gonçalo Mota there in 2nd place as well. Good start by Gonçalo Mota. Up into 4th is Jorge Jesus. Also a great start there by Jorge Jesus. Diogo Silva and Jorge Jesus, the biggest movers in this field. But it is championship leader Simon Allen that's going to lead the opening lap of this race out of 13. As we go through this very long straight of the Fuji circuit, Simon Allen is leading the race, followed by Gonçalo Mota, followed by Diogo Silva, followed by Jorge Jesus. Darren Head up into 5th. Look at Liam Charnley is in 5th place now, sorry. Darren Head 6th. 7th is David Emge. 8th, Scott Davley. 9th is Kev Allen, and Diogo Almeida has had another problem. We haven't seen what happened, but he's down into 10th spot. It is his 1st race of the season, so maybe still not fully adapted to that Ferrari 333 SP. I'll tell you, a driver who is on the move, that's Gonçalo Mota, who is challenging for the lead of this race. Simon Allen has to keep an eye on his mirrors now on lap 2, as the top 4 are separated by almost nothing It's basically 2 seconds. Look at the battle there between Liam Charlie and George Zuz, with Liam Charlie on the outside there of the hairpin. It was unlikely to work, but he hasn't really given up, but he's now under pressure from Darren Head. Liam Charlie perhaps a little bit too eager there to make a move on George Zuz. Could have waited a few more corners and make a better move. Look at Darren Head there, trying to get back into the top 5, but it's again the championship leader Samanao that is leading. Look at this, Gonçalo Mota is under pressure from Diogo Silva in the last corner. Diogo did a very good exit, and now this is absolutely nose to tail, and this is a big drafting effect on this straight. But that number 5 does have the straight line speed. The top 3 are separated by almost nothing. Look at this, look at the battles there at the back. But let's see what's happening here at the front. There's Gonçalo Mota. Oh no! Gonçalo Mota and Samanao make contact. Gonçalo Mota and Samanao make contact. Diogo Silva went through. Diogo Silva is the leader. This is huge, has huge implications for the championship, and we'll get a replay of what happened here, as it seemed to me that it was Gonçalo Mota trying to make a move into turn 1. I'm not sure this was an actual move or if he just locked up, but they are coming. Gonçalo Mota clearly a little bit too far behind to make a move, but now in turn 1 he just breaks a little bit later. Now he's locked up completely and just hit Samanao, and this is not helpful for the championship leader. There's the yellow car of Diogo Silva going into the front now. Let's see what happened to Simon Allen. He's down into 6th place. Disaster for Simon Allen in this race, and no fault of his own, but he now has to do a recovery race. We still have 10 laps to go, but this has massive implications for the championship now, with Simon Allen a little bit on the back foot. Still plenty of racing to go. Let's go through the field in reverse order. Diogo Almeida continues to be in 10th, 9th is Kev Allen, 8th is David Emge, up into 7th is Scott Davely, but he's not that far behind 6th place, which is now Simon Allen, as we saw. Then is Darren Head. Oh, the Liam Charlie has spun. Liam Charlie has spun on his own and loses a lot of position. Scott Davely up into 6th place. But let's see what's happening at the leads of the field. Diogo Silva is now the leader of this race in that number 4 car, but Gonçalo Mota continues to put pressure on the leader. Now another one, and this is lap 3, completion of lap 3, with the Diogo Silva, Gonçalo Mota, Darren Head up into 3rd place, and something happened with, well, it was Liam Charlie. Oh, something happened with George Zuz as well. Something happened with George Zuz, and it was quite a big off, because he's lost an enormous amount of time. He was, of course, in 3rd place. He's no longer in 3rd place, so we're going to find out what happened. He's been off the track, and we're not sure if he's had any help or if he just lost it on his own. It seems to be the latter, as he clips the curb and then parks the car very nicely there, tries to come back, and it gets hit by Liam Charlie, and Liam almost in 2 successive corners, having 2 separate incidents. Fortunately, he did not seem to lose a lot of time. He's lost a position to David Emge though. David up into 7th. Kev Allen, by the way, is up into 6th. But look at this. This is a lot of close racing there on the straight, with Kev Allen in 6th place, followed by David Emge, followed by Liam Charlie trying to recover. And Scott Davely is now up into 5th place. Look at this. This is on the inside there. Ooh, and a little bit of pushing and shoving there, but everything again. Look at this. Liam Charlie now goes on the inside of David Emge and tries to get the move done. Not quite. Nice racing there here for what is now 6th place. We have quite a lot of variation in this race. We'll try to keep track of everything that's happening. At least today the leaderboard is working, which is very helpful that number 6 car of Kev Allen is in 6th place. Then is Liam Charlie. Liam Charlie battling with David Emge, but now seems to have gone ahead. And behind these drivers is Diogo Almeida in 9th. Now Jorge Jesus. Oh, and look at this, very wide there. Liam Charlie and David almost following him. And that looked a little bit of sympathy there for Liam Charlie running wide. Diogo Almeida is the driver that's trying to make a move here and trying to get into that 7th place. Nicely done there by Diogo. Nice move there. Nice exit. Oh, and Liam Charlie again. No, that's Scott Davely. I'm sorry. Scott Davely has made a mistake. So all the good work of that number 2 car, and it was almost a carbon copy of Jorge Jesus, and exactly carbon copy, except that he, well, even the rejoining was, whoa, and it was Liam Charlie again seeing a car in the same place. But look at this, David Emge up into 7th, Liam Charlie, by the way, up into 6th place. This is great racing here, with, well, slightly fueled by driver mistakes, but David Emge now has Diogo Almeida all over his mirrors, and Diogo is going to go into turn 1 on the inside, and Scott Davely is trying to follow him and try to make a move on the 3. Oh, this is almost 4 wide here, and oh, this was unlikely to work, and it's surprising how no one actually spun. Scott Davely ended up losing the most time there. Now he's in 9th place. He was trying to make a move, which didn't really work there in turn 1. Diogo Almeida, by the way, good job there with that number 1 car up into 6th place. He was 10th just a couple of laps ago, so good recovery there. Kev Allen, by the way, is also up into 5th. Let's go through the field and see what's happening, because the race leader Diogo Silva is under severe pressure from Gonçalo Mota, that hasn't really given up on trying to win this race, but that number 4 will have to contend with Gonçalo trying to make this win. We're still not at the midpoint of this race, and we already had lots of action, but we have very interesting battle for the lead here. Diogo Silva already going defensive there on the straight. He knows that Gonçalo Mota is coming, and Gonçalo Mota now is close enough that he can get the draft. Diogo Silva trying to break that draft, and a bit of weaving there. A bit of weaving there by Diogo Silva, and in the first corner, what's going to be almost a bit of contact there, but the positions remain the same. Simon Allen, by the way, is up into 3rd place, so he's recovering. He's overtaken Darren Head, and he's coming back. He's only 2.6 seconds off the leader, so the battle for the championship is alive and kicking, because we still have more than half of this race to go. So Simon Allen is not done. He's going to try to get this win. Darren Head in 4th place. 5th is Diogo Almeida. Something happened to Kev Allen, and we are going, oh, and he's off the track. He's done multiple, but he was already in last place, so this is the 2nd off-road excursion. We're going to rewind a little bit to figure out what happened to Kev Allen, who was our 5th place driver here on lap 6 of this race. He's already in 10th, and I have a suspicion that his troubles come from this section over here. And yes, look at this. This is incredible, because all drivers are doing the same mistake, basically just going too much curb on the inside, too much curb on the outside, and now he's a bit of a passenger, parked the car. He's going to try to rejoin, well, a bit more mindful rejoining there by Kev Allen compared with the other drivers. Oh, almost spins it again. Now he's in 10th, and then there's going to be a 2nd off, which is the one we saw. But look at this, David Emge up into 6th place, but Scott Davely and Liam Charlie all over him. Now at the completion of lap 5, this is a replay of what happened. Look at this, they're trying to draft from one another. And Scott Davely is going to try to make a move there on David Emge. Oh, and the contact between the two drivers there with David's rear wing completely gone. And Scott Davely not having the race that he wanted as he was trying to make a move, ends up losing a position to Liam Charnley. By the way, that car at the back there is Jorge Jesus, who had that off. This is going to be Kev Allen going off here as well. He was in 10th, so he hasn't really lost any positions, but he's lost a little bit of time. He's back into the race, but he's now a little bit delayed, 7 seconds. Look at this, David Emge has Liam Charnley all over him. Fortunately, no damage in all four racing PlayStations, so David's downforce is actually normal, but he's lost a position there to Liam Charnley up into 6th place. And that Ferrari looks very beautiful without the rear wing, and is not really affecting David's performance at all, because this is just visual damage here in Old Folks Racing PlayStation. We do not run with actual damage, as this is a sprint race, and any damage like this would be basically terminal. Now Scott Davely, who is not having the race that he wanted with multiple issues, is now in 8th place and now has Jorge Jesus right behind. By the way, the two leaders are still nose to tail, but the driver on the move is Simon Allen. The gap was 2.6 seconds on the previous lap and is 2.0, 1.7 now. Simon Allen is absolutely flying, and he is the fastest man on the track, 131.267. He is absolutely flying. Diogo Almeida, 131.791. That's the other driver that's on the 131s, but Diogo Silva continues to lead this race, and he is trying to impose a pace on Gonçalo Mota, trying to keep his tires as well in working order. But that number 4 still has the track position right now here at Fuji, and that is absolutely critical. In fact, he's pulling a few car lengths ahead of Gonçalo Mota. Another lap is going to be in the books, and I'll tell you what, Simon Allen is now closer to Gonçalo Mota than Gonçalo Mota is to Diogo Silva, almost. We are reaching that point. 40s Dan Head, 50s Diogo Almeida, 60s Liam Charnley, 70s Scott Davely. By the way, Scott Davely, everyone, not everyone, but just Scott Davely and Jorge Jesus, they both overtook David Emge, who is now down into 9. But look at this, this is now Jorge Jesus, very racy there in the last corner, and another lap is going to be complete. The gap at the front is 0.7 of a second. Now, Gonçalo Mota lost a little bit of time there in turn 1, and here are the top 3. Simon Allen now is within sight of race leader Diogo Silva. This is the battle for the championship between Simon Allen and Diogo Silva. Diogo Silva with a small disadvantage in points at the moment, but this win would be crucial to get him back to speed in terms of that championship. Look at Simon Allen trying very hard there in that exit. We have 5 more laps to go in this race, and Simon Allen almost collecting there Gonçalo Mota. A bit of payback perhaps from the earlier incident, but thought twice about it and ended up stopping the car. This is the closest battle on the field, with this one being very close as well. Jorge Jesus continues to try to overtake Scott Davely for 7th. Let's go back to the race leader now. This is a 3-way battle. Completion of lap 8, 5 to go at the line, and that number 4 continues to lead the race. Diogo Silva leads another lap, and they're trying to break the draft from one another. We're going to have a look at Scott Davely and Jorge Jesus, who are now side by side. Jorge Jesus seems to have the inside line. This is job done most likely, but he still needs to break ahead of Scott Davely into turn 1 here at the Fuji circuit. And this is a battle for 7th place, and it is Jorge Jesus who ends up ahead of Scott Davely. Jorge Jesus up into 7th place, Scott Davely down into 8th again. Let's go back to the race leader, Diogo Silva, followed by Gonçalo Mota, followed by Simon Allen. Three drivers hunting this win. And that number 4 car leading the race after starting 7. That was a good move on the early laps by Diogo Silva, trying to put himself into a position to battle at least for a podium, but he's now trying to contend with 2 other drivers behind him. Another lap is going to be complete. That's going to be completion of lap 9, as Gonçalo Mota is trying to stay in touch. And look at this, he's on the inside line, a bit of a tighter line there through the corner. Simon Allen in 3rd place. Let's look at the lap times. They're going to be very similar across these 3 drivers, I would suspect. Race leader crosses the line to complete lap 9. That's a 1:32.199, 1:31.988, and Simon Allen again the fastest of the 3 drivers, with everyone pretty much locking up in the first corner. Gonçalo Mota thought he had a chance there to make a move. It was a little bit far behind. Let's look at drivers behind. Darren Head is running on his own in 4th. Then it goes Joe Almeida on his own in 5th, followed by, oh, and something happened to Liam Charlie, and something happened also to Scott Davely, so I'm not sure these incidents are related, but David Emge overtook Scott. Liam Charlie also lost time, and I have a suspicion that these 2 incidents may be connected. Let's have a look at what happened here with Liam Charlie. Yes, they are connected, as Liam, well, are they connected? Liam Charlie is basically spinning on his own, and Scott Davely is going to join him in sympathy. Yes, this is absolutely bizarre, a bizarre situation. Let's look at this from Scott Davely's perspective in the chase camera. I cannot believe that Scott Davely went exactly the same way in a car that has the same livery. David Emge got 2 positions. I thought they had connected, but clearly this is Scott trying to chase Jorge Jesus in 8th place, hits the curb, and then basically joins Liam as he's parked there. Liam ends up, well, Liam loses a couple of positions, so does Scott. A bit of a bizarre incident here on lap 9, as the leaders start lap 10, and this is Simon Allen's view. Everyone locking up in the first corner, as we saw before. It is the corner where Gonçalo Mota appears to be closest to Diogo Silva. Tried to make a move there, but now has to also contend with Simon Allen. We still have 3 laps to go at the end of this one, and drivers are starting to push the envelope a little bit. Tires are no longer in their perfect condition, as we see Mount Fuji there at the back. Look at Simon Allen, good move there, good exit there. Can he keep the momentum? I think he can make a move. He can make a move in the next corner. Gonçalo Mota seems to be in trouble with his tires. Simon Allen could make a move here, as Gonçalo Mota is going to go for the inside. On the outside goes, oh, and Gonçalo Mota runs wide there, runs wide. Simon Allen outfoxed him there, as Gonçalo Mota was trying to resist the pressure, but it is Simon Allen. Oh, Gonçalo Mota trying to come back at him, but now the championship contenders are 1st and 2nd. Darren Head still with an outside chance as well, and other drivers still not completely out of contention, but it seems to be that this race is going to be between Simon Allen and Diogo Silva. Oh, and Gonçalo Mota, is he going to spin? Is he going to spin? Yes, he spin in the last corner. It is a disaster for Gonçalo Mota. Into 3rd goes Darren Head, and now up into 4th goes Diogo Almeida. This is a disaster for Gonçalo Mota. He spun on the last corner on lap 10, and now has a mountain to climb, Mount Fuji to climb, if he wants to challenge for that podium. Disaster for Gonçalo Mota. Simon Allen is 1.3 seconds behind Diogo Silva. Keep an eye on that gap. Up into 3rd is Darren Head, who was not in the podium position for most of this race, but now that number 30 is in 3rd place. 4th is Diogo Almeida. Good job, he was last on lap 2, I believe, and didn't really look as he had the pace, but he's found the pace fairly quickly with this car, and he's an excellent 4th place. 5th is Gonçalo Mota, who briefly led this race and was a challenger for the win throughout. 6th is Jorge Jesus, that never really properly recovered from that incident a few laps ago where he spun in the last sector of the circuit. Is in 6th place. 7th is Liam Charlie, that has had multiple incidents. The last one, bizarrely, where he was joined by Scott Davely just off the track. 8th is David Emgen. 9th is Scott Davely, that's not having a good day. And 10th is Kev Allen. Kev Allen, by the way, is only 3 seconds behind Scott Davely. He's been doing good times. Well, not really. He's done a 1:43.415, so something must have happened to Kev Allen. He's still in 10th and still 3 seconds behind. Probably could have gone ahead of Scott without that mistake. But now we are on the penultimate lap, and Simon Allen is under a second behind Diogo Silva. He was faster, much faster, 0.3 of a second faster on this last lap, and now tire wear becomes a bit of an issue. This is a short lap here in Fuji, and we have 1.5 laps to go, and these two are battling for the championship that invariably is won by whoever has the most wins. And if Simon Allen wins this race, he's going to equal Diogo Silva with 4 wins, and I believe they would have also the same number of second places. This would be an incredible setup for the last race if Simon Allen somehow manages within 1.5 laps to overtake Diogo Silva, but there's still a lot to play for. Let's have a look at the other battles. Let's keep an eye on the other battles, should I say. But the big battle is going to be here. Simon Allen lost a little bit of time. He was under a second before. Now he is 1.5 seconds behind, and Diogo Silva crucially avoids the draft on this straight on the entrance of the last lap. Simon Allen is too far behind to even think about a move here. Diogo Silva a 1:31.760. That was a good lap. 1:32.001, a very good lap as well for Simon Allen. Unfortunately, it was 0.3 of a second slower than the race leader. Now a few more corners to go. Simon Allen still seems to be a little bit too behind. He needs to have a good exit from this very long right-hander to have any chance to challenge Diogo Silva on the last sector. These two titans of Old Fox Racing PlayStation battling it out for the win, but it looks to me that Diogo Silva has this sort of under control. A few more corners to go here at Fuji. The last time through this hairpin and the chicane, and the last sector is upon us. A few more corners to go. That number 4 is going to go for another win, but Simon Allen, can he still make a move in the last few corners? Doesn't look like it. He is a little bit too far behind. The gap is under a second again, but it seems to me that Diogo Silva has things sort of under control. The last corner is there. Simon Allen is much closer, but it's a little bit too late now. The checkered flag is in the air, and it is going to be Diogo Silva for his 5th win of the season. Simon Allen falls just behind in 2nd place. That earlier incident really affecting his race. 3rd place is going to be Darren Head. 4th place is going to be Diogo Almeida. 5th place is going to be Gonçalo Mota. Completing the top 5 then is Jorge Jesus. David Emge is going to be 7th. Liam Charlie has dropped back. We haven't seen what happened, but must be another incident, because Scott Davely also up into 8th place. 9th is Liam Charlie. He's going to be disappointed with that. And 10th is going to be Kev Allen, with the race now finishing officially. And this is the 9th race of the season. Your podium is Diogo Silva, Simon Allen, and Darren Head. What an amazing race it was, and you should watch the season finale in Darren Head's channel. It's all for today here in the Lemonade channel. We shall see you in the next round.